You see this shit right here? Y'all, this shit comes from no father in the home. This shit comes from a crackhead mama, dumbass black mom, a dumb alcoholic, drug infested woman that's raising her project having ass son, project mentality ass son. This come from a young nigga, daddy ain't around, he don't know his daddy. If his dad is around, his dad is a fucking crackhead. He don't respect his dad. He don't respect his mom is a hellraiser. That's what this come from. Nigga don't have a father in the household. Nigga don't have a father in their house. If they do have a father, they have a worthless ass, pussy ass father. And this what you get. You get pussy ass niggas showing a pussy ass. This is what the generation produces. Fathers not being there, this is what men become. This is what those little boys that you niggas nutted up in and ran away. She had a baby. This what your son grew up to be. A punk. No father in the household. And I'm gonna tell you niggas something. You niggas gotta stop sleeping with girls if you don't plan a wife here. If you don't see yourself being in a relationship with that woman, you gotta stop having sex with these women that you don't see yourself in a relationship with. Stop using these females for the pussy when you know they're not relationship material, when you know you don't want to take it a step further. If you're gonna sleep with them, nigga, wear 2 condoms. But when you just want some pussy, this is what you produce. You produce niggas like these who you don't want to raise, who you don't want no part of their life, because you don't want no part of the mother. So you damn sure don't want the son. You don't want it. You fucking stupid asses, stop fucking around having sex with girls who you don't see yourself in a relationship with, because you producing coons. Now this is a different generation. When back in the early 90s when we sagged, we had a little bit of respect. We didn't show our whole drawers when we sagged. When we sagged, our shirt we wore long enough shirts to cover up our underwear. So when we sagged, it looked like we had no ass. It looked like that, but our pants was pulled up a little bit higher than that, and our shirt was longer. So it pretty much looked like we just had no ass. But now niggas is bold enough to show their underwear because they're stupid, because they lost. Like I said, no father figure, no home training. Got a lot of lost niggas in the house. And these niggas come from parents who ain't shit. Let's just keep it real. Their parents ain't shit. Keep it 100. They come from ignorant parents who probably didn't graduate high school, who live in a low income area, who probably don't work, probably on welfare. Now Pac, I'm on Pac now. Now Pac, there's a video on YouTube where Pac talking about sagging, and Pac talking about he likes when kids sag. Now Pac never sagged this low in public. You can do your research on that. Pac never sagged this low in public. This is just a photo shoot. But he did sag a little bit, but he didn't sag this low. and he didn't sag at that House of Blues concert. But Pac probably would have been proud of the youth today. He probably would have liked how they sag. I mean, he liked the way they sagged back then. There's a video on YouTube of him saying that, you know, how he supports thug life and all, and how he supports the youth sag, and so he probably will support the youth today. But Pac was lost himself. Pac didn't have a father figure in the household himself. So Pac was lost, and Pac had bad role models around him, including his own mother. She was a bad role model, struggling with her righteous conscience, just as Pac struggled all his life with his righteous conscience, his God nature. Pac struggled with that because Pac knew better. Knew better consciously of what he was doing. He knew he was selling out himself. He knew he was selling out his people. But he didn't want to overcome it. He knew he was doing wrong, but he didn't want to overcome it. He wanted to stay in that low vibration level. And why he wanted to stay in that low vibration level? Because he was getting paid. He was hoeing himself, hoeing his community, and he was getting rich off it. So he essentially sold himself out and his black people out. Truly, that's truly what he did. He sold his thing. He was a hoe for the industry. And so many rappers are hoes for the industry, willing to sell their ass for cash. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. 100,000%. I'm keeping it 100. These rappers are hoes for the industry, man. The record labels are the pimps. But you know, the record industry, the rappers, the hip hop nation is just reaping what they sow, because now CDs don't really sell like they used to, and now niggas can get all y'all shit for free and good, because you ain't doing them but selling dope. A lot of these rappers today ain't doing them but selling dope. These rappers used to be dope dealers. Now they turned rappers. They killers, killing their own people. So fuck them. I don't feel sorry for them. That's why they have to get that shit away for free now. And if you go to their concerts, you'll see why they reap what they sow, because a lot of times they concert end up being violent, somewhere you don't want to be around, somewhere where some idiot gonna act up and mess it up for everybody. So man, you reap what you sow, man. When you talk about that evil shit you do, man, that shit come back on you. And Pac karma came back on him because he didn't want to live a righteous and positive life. He didn't want to do it. He could have did it. He just was caught up in his wickedness and follied in his wickedness. He loved being wicked. He loved being a wicked nigga. And he caused more harm to the black youth than good. And so God had to take him out. Or he took himself out. But his karma took him out. His energy took him out. And he's just an example of a lost nigga that end up dying before his time. And where has the youth learned from Pac's death? Nothing. They copying him. They going to jail. They dying. They doing ignorant shit. They copying everything he did. Lost. So Pac did more harm than good, and he got to pay for that. He probably paying for that now. I don't know, but and I understand that he tried a little bit in his last Machiavelli, in his last album, The 7-Day Theory. You know, he tried to be conscious a little bit and tried to wake folks up, but by the end, people wasn't listening. It was too late. If he wasn't talking about fucking hoes, you know, the brothers, the ones that got it, but the worst of us don't get the positive message Pac talked about. They get the negative shit he talked about. The bad seeds in our community do not listen to the righteous side of Pac. They concentrate on the negative side. That's why I've heard a lot of people say that before they did a drive-by, they would put on some Tupac. So that tells you everything right there. Peace.